Do you want to do wholesaling or surplus funds? Which one is better? Which one's safer? And which one can you make more money at? Hey, thank you for all who have subscribed to my channel. If you've not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. Hit the notification button below and I give out free gifts. I have an ebook, I give out hats, surplus funds, t-shirts, all sorts of things, coaching calls. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification button if you haven't. So I want to look at a couple rehabs that I have had in the last 2 years. Here's the first one that I had in a town called Laguna Hills, California. Here's a property that we closed on December of 2019. We got it at 70% of ARV, after repair value. What we did is we came in, and I had a business partner on this one. We did a really good rehab on this one. So you see the view we had. You could look at that view right there. Here's the inside. So we put laminate flooring throughout. We put 4.5-inch baseboard. I wasn't really too happy with the backsplash. We bought a box kitchen cabinets. Bought the hood range right here, stove. We put all this in. The dishwasher, all brand new, very attractive. Okay, we got this place, and it was one of my cheaper rehabs that I had bought. It was a condo, and again, it was in Laguna Woods, California. This was virtually staged. We didn't do this. We did cut that opening in the wall right there. We smoothed out the ceilings. We put a chandelier down here. We put can lightings in the kitchen. And you look at all this, and it went really nice. A little pantry there, refrigerator right there. We did replace the HVAC unit. We put new windows in. When you do a really good rehab, it looks easy. We put double sinks, and that was the closet right there, bathroom. We did that. And what we really focused on to sell this property was the view. There was a condo. That view was a $1 million view, especially how it went over the Saddleback Mountains. It was great. Okay, so let's go back to this property and let me talk about this property. So we go ahead and we jump in and we close in December 2019. We got it in the 200 range, somewhere in the 200. We rehab it nicely. We're right on budget. We had to deal with the city of Laguna Woods. I'm an experienced rehabber. I'm used to dealing with them. I had a licensed electrician come out. They got signed right off. They come out. A lot of people don't know that, and if the city catches you doing rehab, and I've had this happen one time, and it was a rude awakening. I was rehabbing a property, and when the city of Fullerton, not to down talk anybody, found out I was doing a rehab, and they got involved. They made me do the most ridiculous scenes I've ever had to do. Like I had to put sensors on the outside lights. I had to. There was a step, and I actually got the head engineer to sign off on this one, but there was a step that was 3 inches too wide, but the step was there before we rehabbed the property. I got him to grandfather that in. We had to put sensors in all the lights inside, and we had to get rid of the gas fireplace. We had to put a electric fireplace in there. I mean, the whole thing was ridiculous. We had to relocate the electrical box from one side of the property to another. This took months, and it was a killer. This is the deal that I've actually lost money on, and there's very few rehabs that I've lost money on. So, learning experience for me. So I come into this one, I know that I'm gonna have to pull permits, I know what to do. So City of Laguna Woods comes out, and they got to the point where they're signing off. They're like, okay, you obviously know what you're doing. They're signing off for me. I mean, they're checking stuff. They're putting in their little gadgets in the electrical sockets. They're making sure the GFI units work. They're making sure that the smoke detectors are there, all that. So we go ahead and we do this, and we go to sell it. March 2020, project's complete. We also had to have an asbestos clearance. We had to shut the condo down for 3 days, and we had tests drawn, and that came out all good and everything. So we're ready to sell this. March 2020. Well, in March of 2020, the United States hit a pandemic. Well, the whole world hit a pandemic, actually, and COVID-19 hit. Real estate selling like mad, except for in Laguna Woods, California. They shut the whole place down. No showings allowed. They couldn't get in the gates and whatever. So March, April, May goes, and this condo is just sitting there. And some agents inside knew people that were looking, and it got shown a little bit. The end of the pandemic hits, and there are hundreds of these for sale. Hundreds of these for sale in Laguna Woods. I mean, just crazy, man. This is happening. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to rent this out? I'm thinking about plan B, plan C. I mean, when I bought this, these were flying off the counter like crazy, okay? So this all happens. Now, how much money am I in? The rehab was With the city, the permits, the everything we had to do, the new windows, the asbestos clearance, the smooth ceilings, hiring different companies, I forget what, it was like 35, 40,000, somewhere in there. That had to be paid for. Then the condo was 200,000 because it was a condo, because it was in Laguna Woods. My hard money, I think they made us come in with 20% down. So there's 40,000. So we're in this for $70,000. Then March, I'm making monthly payments on this. April, I make a monthly payment. May, I'm making a monthly payment on this. Okay, stressful. So I'm paying out $1,300. Usually my hard money payments are a little more on properties, but this one, it's a cheaper one. So $1,500 I'm paying out. I'm paying insurance on it. I'm paying all the extra bills and upkeep of this property. Then they decided to open up, thank God, and buyers are going through, and I got this sold within a couple weeks of them opening up. I actually made, I was going to make about 40 to 45 on this, and I'll be candid with you. I made about 12 grand on this. The buyer was very interested, and I had a few people talk to me about offers and look at it. One was a dentist, but this lady, she owned several properties. She wanted just a vacation home to be able to go to, and she bought this as a secondary home, and for me, it was great. A lot of people did not move their properties. Now, this deal right here, I would have a minimum of 6 grand. What do? I contact this individual, let them know that they have funds that they didn't know they had. We get it under contract, $6,000. Right here, if I get this deal, 16, I would probably do, I would still do, 30% would be about 4,500, right around there, a little bit over that. So $4,500 if I get that deal. This one right here, if I got this one, it would be 20 grand. They might negotiate me somewhere between $6,000 to $20,000, okay? So here I made $12,000 on a flip that took from December. It took about 7-8 months for me to move this scene. I finally moved it. Thank God I was in at the right price, and I make 20,000. Here I can make 20,000 if I do this right, just on one deal. Okay. Here is so this one's a small one. It's 4,000. Excuse me. It's $4,000. I would negotiate with this owner, and I would come in and I would say, how about 50%? We'll do a 50-50. Sometimes they'll say, oh, they want to feel like they're more in charge. They'll say 40% and 60. And if it's a 40%, am I willing to do a $1,600 deal? Why not? I'm going to do others. It's $1,600 I didn't have. I would do that if they're willing to do so. And how much am I out of money? So here's one for $18,000. Let's say it's $20,000. That'd be a $6,000 payout. If you do 30%, some warriors do higher. I personally like to go. I personally like to do 30. I feel like it's a good thing. And then if knock on wood, I've never had this happen, but if there was ever someone saying I was overcharging them or something, a 30-70 split is can't be argued that well. And if it's something like $5 grand and you're splitting $5,000 50-50, you can't really argue that. So you just want to have a good conscience about what you're doing. But here, okay, say I make 6,000. I clear the 6,000 and make it. What do I have? I have postage. I might have a notary. I might not. And I've got 6 grand. I pull up a couple documents. I might be out $100 at the most, but probably not even that. I mean, it depends how the deal works. So my question is, would you rather be out, what did I say on the condo, 70, 80,000, trying to get a place sold, having houses fall through escrow, or would you rather be able to do these? Here's one county that are 1 day of leads in various counties that have not been collected, and you got 47 leads. Can I get 3 or 4 of these under contract? Could I get 5 of them under contract? Could I get about 10% of them under contract? I think I can. Can I average, say I average 4,000 a deal, that would be 20 grand. That's 1 day worth of deals that's possibly out there. And what if I get more? What if I get a couple less? But I mean, there are so many of these that are available that you could just pull up. Here's one with 11. What if I got one of this 11? This one has 64,000. It does have a lien against it. And a few of these might have a lien. A few of them might be free and clear. And even the liens, some of them don't even collect. Here's one for 3,000. What if I got one of those a week for 3,000? There's thousands of these, literally thousands of these out there. What if I got one of those under contract a week? So once a week, I'm getting a $3,000 deal. That's $1,500 a week. That is 6 grand a month. That's 72,000 pre-tax of income annually that you're receiving from your surplus funds business, or in this case, it's tax overage. We've got mortgage overages, we've got state overages, we've got bankruptcy funds. There's so many different funds out there that you can work, that you can be successful in. So wholesaling, property flipping, surplus funds. Yes, I do property flips. I do a couple of years of hobby. financially, surplus funds wins all the time. I'm not having to drive out and inspect the property. I'm not having to put out tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not having buyers fall out of escrow. I'm not having someone complain that I don't have the right blinds up. It's just a situation where I would pick surplus funds all day long. Hey, do me a favor. If you have not subscribed, I'm going to have many more videos like this and training videos on how to find leads. I give out free stuff all the time, including ebook, surplus funds hats, all sorts of fun prizes. Plus, I give out free coaching calls. Hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.